roof. But thank goodness we have it.
Seats quickly.
Well, how often do we say it's not a break of serve till you've held following? And against Federer, having suffered the indignity of the first break, I think there'll be a determined effort to put things right.
I think playing on other surfaces, you get that one break of serve, you start to feel quite confident about perhaps closing out the set. But on clay, of course, there are going to be many more breaks than there are on quicker surfaces. And I think it would be difficult to envisage Coria going through the match without getting his serve broken. So he is going to have to return well and have an open mind when serving. Federer now starting to find his range. He's got to be careful he doesn't make too many unforced errors. When he dictates the point like this with the forehand, it's increasingly difficult for Coria to stay in the rally. We've seen it time and time again when Coria's performed well, the ability to use the drop shot at the right time, and it's the position he takes up after playing the shot that's so effective. Federer made the distance and sensibly just bunted the ball up the line, but look at Coria just behind the service line, and he's in an excellent position there to be able to just place the ball over Federer's head.
Well, you won't see too many aces from Coria, but that came at a very opportune moment, taking all the pressure off him. And no wonder he's got a quiet smile on his face. Things are going well.
Yeah, he'll be very pleased with the way he started the match. It's always important against Federer. We know he's such an excellent front runner. So for Coria to have got that first break of serve, puts him in an excellent position.
Oh, just remember who I am.
Well, I think that's the shot that's improved the most over the past 18 months or so as far as Federer is concerned. His ability to be able to hurt the opposition with not only the forehand but also the backhand, particularly when he goes down the line.
From 15.
Just long. Well, they play to fine margins, these fellas. You'll see the lines clean quite a lot from both. Oh, lovely use of the racket head for the angle on the volley. Deserves a hand.
It's not as easy as it looks to be able to move into the court and change direction on the ball as it's coming at your body. You have to put the racket head behind the wrist and let it hit the racket face in order to slide off, hitting inside the ball to create the angle.
Well read. Sharp as the proverbial tack. And Federer keeping the margin to 1. But it's 3-2 with a break. Very decisive.
Lovely combination, heavy ground stroke. Good shot selection on the volley. He decided to come in. Wasn't that short, but he saw that Coria was under pressure. The only shot that the Argentine could offer was a defensive one, so Federer took advantage of that fact by ghosting into the net.
Well, he was a step ahead of Coria in thought in that point.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do as soon as Coria was down to his second serve. The quality of the return was good enough, already moving up the court, and then a sublime volley back behind Coria had the Argentine moving in the wrong direction.
Yes, good length from Coria there, forcing the error. Nice work. He is sharper than I remember him at the start of Rome. I'm sure that long match with Nadal now has helped enormously. Too good.
Well, Federer's dominated this game from start to finish so far, and it makes the world of difference because Coria's under extreme pressure. Look at the quality of shot he's able to offer, and it's no good simply getting the ball back in play against Federer. You need to do more than that to stand a good chance.
#1 makes the mistake of going cross-court from a drop shot.
He went down the line last time and Coria neatly popped the ball over his head. Here he thought, I'll try something different, but he hit it too hard. So Coria again took up an excellent position and was left with a relatively simple volley into the open court with which to win the point. Federer there needed to hit it a little softer down to Coria's feet. But whenever you do go cross-court, it does give the opposition the opportunity to win the point very easily. If you don't hit a winning shot, of course.
Well, the applause is deafening, and quite right too. A marvellous finish.
Well, the forehand in the middle of the rally there, a couple of shots from the end from Federer was quite outstanding. It left him with a relatively simple backhand, which he executed to perfection. But it was the change of pace that took Coria by surprise, something that Federer is so adept at.
Well, you could see the look on his face, the utter determination, as I suggested before the game began. It was possibly a mistake to have broken Federer so early. Really got him going. I think they'll ask for the mark to be looked at. Here comes Norm. Storm and Norman.
That ball's touching right here.
Well, you heard what he said, touching right here. What does Tim, I think, touching right there?
Well, I think of all the players on the tour, the one that you don't really want to trust in terms of line calls is Coria, because he gets it wrong time and time again, tends to see things through rose-tinted glasses.
15.
So that was an ace. Oh, brilliant. And so effortless. I think that's the sign of greatness in anyone, the effortlessness of the shot making.
Makes the game look so easy, and of course we all know that it isn't, especially if we've tried to dabble in it a little bit.
And I think going back to that final in Rome, the most pleasing thing to him will be the fact that he was still going strong at the end of a 5-hour-and-a-quarter match. Unforced errors and winners, there you are. Winners outnumbering the unforced errors. That's a healthy sign for Federer. And that's a healthy serve, and it's taken him ahead in the middle part of this first set. 4 games to 3.